Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero back here again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, we're back here again, and this is the grand final of the Game Replays tournament they held on the weekend. It's a bit of short notice, only a couple of days beforehand they announced the event, and they managed to get a fair few people there, and of course we've got the grand finals here. I thought, you know what, I'd jump straight to the grand finals, and it's going to be a best of 7. Obviously you can see on the screen, it's between Phoenix, aka Stephen Donald Nashington, and Masterleaf, and I don't know why Nashington has picked Traveller 59 because he's up against Masterleaf's Traveller 59, but it's the best of 7. Like all series, the first game is going to be important, but not critical. It's more of an endurance series, this one, and can't wait to see how this goes. But anyway, I was at the tournament, managed to sneak in a few games before getting booted out there. Admins were pretty mad, but nonetheless, we'll jump into this game here and see how it goes. We're on Pipeline Nightmares as well. A lot of people probably haven't seen this one. I do not believe I've casted on it before. It's a remake of Pipeline Problems, which I was not a big fan of. If we go to the top here, we're going to see, I didn't even check the colours, I believe this is Masterleaf. Yes, Masterleaf is playing as the Traveller 59 on the top right here. He's going to be Cyan, which means Stephen Donald Nashington is going to be the orange Traveller 59. Now, there's a spike and a mutant hovel down here, just as normal as the normal version of the map goes. You should know the normal version of the map. But over here, there's no blue tip field. It's actually a full-size green tip field, a little bit of a gateway there as well. Had to get through or for units to sneak around and then drive through here, but that's how that one goes. There's 2 blue tip fields. They start completely dry over here and over here. There's no expansion point here. There used to be an expansion point you could capture, but it's got another green tip field here, which will grow quite large by the time these players utilize it. Another spike there. EMP spike has been moved over there. You've got the 2 towers in the same spots, but there's also an entrance here and here, but that's pretty much it. It's mainly a restructuring of the Tiberium fields, and we'll get into this game now because Leaf is actually doing a disintegrator rush here. So 4, 5, 6, 7. He's actually got 8 squads there, I believe. Yeah, he has. He's got 8 squads there. And look at this. Nashington also has about 8 squads, but oh no, he's not grouped up, and Masterleaf is going to take advantage of this, and he is going to be able to rip through the disintegrator. That's what a disintegrator's fight looks like. So it's just pretty much lasers going everywhere, and Nashington unfortunately is going to lose that fight because he wasn't grouped up. And Masterleaf, look at this, 4, 5, 6. He didn't lose a single squad. Obviously he's taken some serious damage, but he still has 8 squads there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, only 7, sorry. It's so hard to count these bars when they're moving around. Yeah, I think I was counting the buzzer squad, but look how much he's got left though. Like 4 of these squads still have all of their units with them, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble. He's got a few buzzers he kept back at home, probably mainly from sold off structures. His refinery is under attack now, and wow, he actually did a lot of damage there. Obviously he's expecting the buzzer drop, which is why he didn't rush around, because that might have been dangerous. Gets a little bit chewed up there, so might have to be careful. And Nashington is not queuing another buzzer hive here, and these actual buzzers themselves can get focused down. The Warfactor actually repairing them, which is very nice. If that power plant goes down though, oh, he pops another one there. That's a very good defense there by Nashington. Actually does quite a bit of damage there. Leaf trying to destroy the buzzers that he can. So he did a good enough job to salvage that, but Nashington has not yet lost any infrastructure. Oh geez, that one squad just went straight into that buzzer hive there, and he's trying to lure them around. This is what you can do. Oh, he puts another hive down, didn't have the money for it, unfortunately. Disintegrators, they're faster than buzzers, so that was a bit of a wasted hive drop there. Meanwhile, see what Nashington's got. He's got 2 harvesters, probably working on a 3rd as well, but he had to drop a lot of hives down. Masterleaf, on the other hand, already has 3 harvesters. He's got 3 harvesters. No one took the middle spike, interestingly enough, but both sides took their safe spike, so we're going to have to see how this one pans out. But Leaf is slightly ahead. He has a few disintegrator squads, not really enough to really threaten what Nashington's got. I'm not sure why he's keeping that hive. It's not really very useful out there. It's not going to be able to protect his field here now. He's going for another base defense. He should, yeah, he sells that one off, gives himself a little bit of extra cash. I don't believe he'll lose anything here. He is going to try to focus down the refinery, and the buzzer hive comes out now. But again, these are $600 each, and you sell them and you get $300 back, but still, it's a $600 investment that's still sitting there that he can't spend on anything else. I believe he's got another refinery. He does pop it down. He's got 4 and 2. Masterleaf also has 4 and 2. So the economy is actually leveled out a little bit. You can see he's working on a harvester, but it's only about, it's approaching the halfway mark now, whereas Nashington is, yeah, he hasn't quite started it yet. Disintegrator squads do come in. A hive will, oh, he actually moves back into the hive. Loses a few more units there, but he needs to up-power this one and move one of the harvesters across. That's a very nice work there from Stephen Donald Nashington. And he's going to be able to defend this out. But of course, Leaf is basically full map control at this point. We can see that he's got no options whatsoever. Nashington for offensive tactics. He's got a portal over here now, and he's going to be pumping out a few disintegrator squads. I have a feeling that Leaf is probably just going to rush down to Mechapeds. I mean, it is a Traveller Mirror, and I think maybe the reason he went Traveller Mirror is because or Nashington picked it is because he can get Cultists in case it's fast mechas, and Cultists are really, really good against mecha peers because the mechas rush in to capture them. Doesn't really work out too well. Leaf not expanding here. He goes for a stasis chamber, so what's he playing at here? That doesn't really give him any support powers as Traveler, but it obviously allows him to build a few extra unit types such as Shock Troopers. Is he building Shock Troopers? No, he's building Cultists, so there you go. He wants Cultists. Maybe he's there's actually a few Disintegrator squads rolling around over here. He's got some more down the middle as well. Maybe he's worried that Nashington is going to fast tech. Nashington isn't building a tech center though. He's gone for a nerve center, so I think maybe he's actually got Corruptors coming out. He's got his own Cultist squad, so it's going to be Cultist wars here. This should definitely be interesting. And Nashington trying to go for the center field? Are you serious? That's not even necessary. This field is very easy to defend. I wouldn't expect him to continue. No, he's actually going to continue going there, so there you go. Leaf does actually have that spike, so obviously catch that at some point in time. Corruptors will come out, and these Disintegrator squads have got no chance to do anything against those, and he will actually self-repair. Battle markers down here. Oh my god, no, that Corruptor needs to save the Harvester. One Harvester will fall. A second Harvester is probably going to fall as well. The Corruptor does turn around. Will it be able to save this Harvester? Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be so tight, and he will actually save that Harvester. Clutch save there. Very clutch save. Oh, but Leaf turns around and takes these Corruptors, and it's Corruptor versus Corruptor, and apparently enemy Corruptors do actually damage. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Nashington, recapture those. Recapture those, Nashington. Where you going, buddy? Oh, he needs to retake those ones. He can easily do it, and he will do it. Oh, almost loses a full squad, but he will lose his other Corruptor as well. But Leaf has about 6 squads there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 7 squads actually. Nashington has a bunch of squads. One of them has a Disintegrator squad at his disposal, and yeah, it's going to be Corruptors and Cultists, and this is pretty crazy. This is definitely pretty crazy, and now they're trading. They're actually trading these Corruptors backwards and forwards, and it looks like Nashington has control of all 3 again, and he might just want to self-repair them because they can just heal each other. But yeah, definitely very interesting. The drone ship is on the move again. He will be self-repairing these. Let's see what Leaf is doing. He's actually gone to his expansion. No tech center down yet. Obviously not feeling the tech center here. Again, the Cultists make that pretty difficult because everything you build is basically just going to become a victim to these Cultist squads. And even taking the Gunwalker with buzzers infused. Okay, so apparently they can take the buzzers infused. I'm just waiting for the buzzer support powers to come down because they're always a pain. But with these Corruptors here, it's going to be pretty difficult. But yeah, what an interesting matchup here. These guys now continuing to fight against each other, and he will be capturing it back and forward. So, oh, look at that. That Gunwalker just changing hands so many times. When Nashington takes it back, he doesn't actually use a Cultist squad to have to hold mind control because it was his in the first place. So, see, when he takes it back, he doesn't have to actually use up a Cultist to do that. He will be grabbing some of these. Oh, geez. It's going to be micro battles here, and these forces are changing hand. The Corruptor is actually reasonably hard to see whose is whose. The coloring on them is just enough. I mean, Nashington's really a bright orange color, and he will be taking. Look at this is a crazy battle. This is a crazy battle. What is going on here? And it's going to be Corruptors versus Corruptors. And now Nashington is just moving forward. He has most of these Corruptors at his disposal, and he's trying to grab them back. This is ridiculous. Oh, I can't even see what is. I can't explain what is happening. These guys here, just Corruptors changing hands endlessly here. It's like a total stalemate. These Corruptors fight each other, and I think Nashington moving forward now. Big push forward. We'll be grabbing a bunch of these here, but it's whoever can run out of Cultist squads first, I think, is going to be in real trouble. But the micro is pretty crazy. Looks like Leaf has it. Oh no, that one Corruptor is just ripping through those squads up there. Oh, veteran Corruptor. That one Corruptor, he doesn't have any more mind control left. He must not have any more mind control left. He's just lost a ton of Cultist squads. He does finally grab it. He finally gets it back, but look at the Cultist force here by Nashington. He is looking pretty good. He's going to run forward and take these again. And that is going to be really good for him, although Nashington noticeably does not have any economy at all, aside from his one field, which he did call in Tib on. But this is the thing, like, Masterleaf has double ref on this expansion. He's got a tech center down, even though he did kind of lose this fight. And I could see Buzzer Swarm being called in any moment on these forces here because they can't run too well in that field. But nonetheless, it will be backwards and forwards here, grabbing these squads. And I think, yeah, Nashington's micro is on point. He's actually out-microing Masterleaf in a Traveler 59 mirror. He is pushing Leaf across the map. We're almost back at his main base, actually. This is getting pretty tight. This is ridiculous. I've never seen such a crazy Cultist war than the one we are witnessing right now. And it's really going to come down to, yeah, who runs out of Cultist first. There's still one Corruptor there from Leaf. He needs to take that one. And I don't think he... Oh, it's a veteran. So elite. And he will be grabbing these ones back now. So far out. This fight, this engagement, Masterleaf pouring forward now, should be able to halt the flow. And Nashington does have a ref down. The problem is that cultists are going to be pretty useless against the hexapod because they sure as hell cannot mind control that. Going for some engineers now, going to grab the spike, could even grab the tower and the EMP blast, the single best EMP weapon in the game, if you ask me. That EMP spike, it's even better than Shockwave. Yeah, it doesn't actually do any damage. Shockwave does damage, but it's just instant, and it affects a much larger area as well than the Shockwave does. You don't have to spend $3,000 on a freaking Space Command uplink or Tier 4 or $2,000 on the power, so still a lot better. Nashington has been taking Blue Tiberium, so there you go. Leaf, I believe, has been taking it as well, yeah, because it's actually gone, so there you go, he's actually taking Blue Tiberium. But these cultists are here, they will be taking these Corruptors, but what can he hope to achieve? The Hexapod doesn't actually have any anti-infantry in it, so I guess Disintegrator squads could technically work as long as he takes all of the Corruptors. Now, the Disintegrator squads are actually being captured by cultists now, and Nashington, I don't think, has too much of an answer for this here. He needs to somehow kill the Hexapod, and he runs right down the guts, and he is getting crushed a little bit now. He does scatter move. The Corruptors are being recaptured as well. There's an elite one there. I can see that elite one going heroic. Oh, almost heroic. He takes it back. Nashington, big capture, but Leaf takes it straight back now. Leaf just coming through, and there's the Buzzer Swarm. I haven't seen one of those all game. There's probably been one, we just missed it, but that's the first one I've seen. Cultist squad's now running straight in front of the Hexapod. They don't even care. There's an elite. That elite. Oh, he's got two elite Corruptors now. And these cultists are obviously on cooldown because he's not capturing them back. And now, yeah, I think Nashington just suffered. He's actually almost killed the Hexapod, but he is suffering from the fact that he just didn't get any economy earlier on. And will that Corruptor will go down. He will be taking that back. Buzzer Swarm coming through and ripping through some of those cultist squads. There is that Corruptor there I can see going heroic very shortly. And will it go? No, he actually takes it back. Nashington moving forward now, wants to grab that one again, definitely. Shock Troopers coming out, but they don't have any upgrades. I actually think that was probably from a sold off structure maybe. But Nashington just has no money. He's got nothing in the bank here. And Leaf is still chugging away. He's probably building some kind of army back at home. I don't really want to leave this engagement, but I think the Hexapod is going to be fine. And do we have a heroic Corruptor? No, that Corruptor still is not heroic. He's done so much damage, of course. He's very vulnerable to being captured, but of course... Leaf has his cultist squads. He has a few Buzzer Swarms at his disposal, even a heroic one there, so there you go, that's interesting. But the Hexapod now taking a fair bit of damage. I'm not sure where the Corruptor is. Is it trying to heal the Hexapod? No, he has actually he takes that one back, and we can see the asteroid being called in here on Leaf's field. Actually damages some of his harvest. It's not too bad, but it's so he can actually refine that Tiberium. Oh, we got a heroic Corruptor. There it is. We've got it, and he does take it. He does take it, but Leaf actually being forced to destroy it. I'd imagine, yeah, he just take it straight back, which he's going to do. Rear armor now being fired at. He needs to take that Corruptor right back. But again, Leaf is just sitting here. Most of the cultist squads have been cleaned up by both sides. Nashington sold off his drone platform. And I think Nashington probably actually could have won this game if he just had some economy. I don't know why he didn't build any economy. He had a long time to do it, but he just kept building units and more units. And I don't know why he expanded forward, but he chose to do that. And I think if he'd got some economy up, he actually very well could have beaten Masterleaf in this engagement. He actually out-microed his cultists. And Nashington has been defeated now, so there you go. But extremely I've never seen cultist wars that crazy. Not since the World Championship when we saw Unleashed and Masterleaf in the grand final. The last game ever played in that series. There was a pretty intense war, but that was ridiculous. That was insane. Nashington showing he has some of the best cultist micro, even better than Leaf. Leaf actually has said, I know he's said this, that he doesn't really like cultists that much, but he does use them from time to time. And you can see the economy says it all right there. Nashington just didn't get enough money, and if he got enough money, he would have won that game, because when they met in the middle, Nashington slowly pushed him all the way back right to his base, and then he kind of ran out of money, and Leaf just turned it around. So unfortunately, Nashington not able to capitalize, but game one will go to Masterleaf, but he definitely must be shaken from that one there, and Nashington must be feeling good, even though he lost that one, that he went toe-to-toe, and really just lack of economy is basically all that happened there. But stay tuned, game number one goes to Leaf. It's a best of 7. We'll jump into game 2 coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 2 between Nashington and Masterleaf in the grand final of the Game Replay Summer Tournament here, which was held yesterday. So that one there is going to be the 28th of June. But anyway, we're going to jump into game number 2 now, and Nashington has picked Traveller 59 once again to take on Leaf's Traveller 59. He's rushed right to Rift though, which is very expected of a player such as Nashington. Wants to play on a map that he's very familiar with, but the problem is that, of course, Masterleaf is going to be very, very comfortable on this level as well. Now, Nashington has retained his orange colour, whereas Masterleaf now boasts the purple colour. And I can't remember, he was actually signed in the first game here, so he's jumped colours here, so probably not too fussed about his colour, but he will be going for assimilators. Is he going for a stasis? I believe this is going to be a stasis chamber. So yeah, he's going to go straight for stasis. And look at this, Phoenix is actually going to go straight for the stasis as well. So once again, we're going to have cultists, sorry, not cultists, we're going to have disintegrator squads beating or finding other disintegrator squads. And it brought up something as well, like if you could build cultists with just a stasis chamber, you could imagine the OP-ness of those rushes. Imagine cultist rushes, you'd lose your harvesters, it'd be game over. But Leaf is going to spot this. He will lose his scout. He doesn't know how many engineers there are. There's actually 2 more coming down here. But Masterleaf, funnily enough, didn't go for the bottom spikes. He does have an extra assimilator. But yeah, Nashington's going to see, hey, there's a stasis chamber, which means it's a synth now. He's actually going to go right down the guts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straight down the guts. Nashington is down here. He better not lose his assimilators. And I think this is going to be much better for Nashington because he's going to get both the spikes. He's going to get both the spikes. Yeah, his base is going to get hit, but the buzzer hive's already coming down and he's queuing another one. I think he's even cancelled his war factory because he's gone for so many of these disintegrator squads. How many was there? I think it was only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was only 6, which isn't too bad, but both the spikes are now in his name. It's actually a 7th squad there. Leaf immediately turns around, and that's interesting. I would have thought he'd stay and pressure this one here, but not going to happen. No warp sphere is down because of that. So Leaf does have 2 harvesters out. What's happening over here? He does lose that disintegrator squad. There's a few buzzers here he could pick up. He's actually going to go for the spike, and this is probably a good idea because he could probably get it. Oh, he's actually going to have to engage here. I don't think, yeah, no, he can't stick around now. He might want to turn around and take out these. Oh, geez, that did not go too well. That buzzer swarms ripped through that squad. Oh, my God. That did not go too well for Stephen Donald Nashington, and I believe, yeah, he actually, wow, he lost that again. Look at the amount of disintegrators Leaf has left. So where I don't think he should have engaged. I think when he saw the forces about here, he should have turned around because it had buzzers in there, which means you got to focus the buzzers down. Otherwise, their sniper damage just goes straight through the descent squads. He should have pulled back and gone back here, I think, and maybe even probably not split up, but he could have taken Leaf on a little bit better. Leaf has a squad down here now, and there's actually 2 buzzers here. He could probably duke them out and then destroy the spikes. Or he doesn't quite get that one. He loses a member, which I guess is as good as he could hope for. Trying to hide behind the spike. Battle marker over here. He's trying to go for the drone ship. I think he's just trying to pick him up or cause problems or battle markers for him while he does something else. And look at that. Nashington on so much point. Even the smallest buzzer is getting its micro here. And he's actually got that one assimilator. And Leaf did actually take. He took Nashington's spike. Does he have a second assimilator? There's only 1 assimilator there. So not going for a second one. He should be able to take one of these spikes. But more disintegrator squads are now responding. That buzzer does make a move. It does go for that squad, and it kills the whole squad, which is more than he could ever have hoped for. Meanwhile, more disintegrator squads are backing onto this base here. Double reference down. 4 harvesters are out. 5th one on its way. That buzzer hive not quite ranging there. Leaf has 4 harvesters, but he doesn't have a second refiner, which means 4 harvesters on 1 ref. You don't really want to see that because it's a bad ratio. You're just going to have harvesters lining up endlessly. The Gunwalker will be taking down some of those disintegrator squads before they can outrange them. Nashington holds 1 of these spikes here. Actually, no, there is a second assimilator. I'm not sure where it came from, but he does have 1 there. So Masterleaf is going to be on 4 spike economy. Not something you want to see for too long. We have a nerve center coming down now from Nashington. He's going to have to do something about recapturing these spikes or destroying them because giving Leaf 4 spikes, and he's actually going for a cultist as well, and this is going to be more cultist wars. It's the only thing it can be. I think they're just, yeah, there's no tech at the moment because Mechapedes, they're just going to get stolen. And he's got cultists coming out. Obviously, Nashington knows there's cultists because he's already lost a buzzer swarm, and I believe that's what he's trying to do as well. He does put that's only his first stasis chamber, which means he's going to be pretty behind on the cultist squads. Again, he should be okay. He might want to put some more defenses down here. He's got corruptors coming out. I believe the cultists will be actually running straight across the map. There's only 2 squads here though, so I mean you can actually use 2 squads as harassment, send them up around the top, grab 2 harvesters and run them home, and that's basically 2 harvesters dead for the other guy. So we have this corruptor now moving over here. Assimilator's coming out of the second portal. He does not have enough power. I would assume he's upgrading something over here as well. Disintegrators killing disintegrators. It looks like Nashington will actually emerge victorious at this time. Managing to kill the defenses down here, but there is a cultist squad responding. More units up here now. That corruptor gets taken, but immediately taken back again. They're going to be changing hands here, and he will be taking it as well. He's not too fussed at all about this, and Nashington should be able to grab that back, and he will do so. I think Leaf, he has another squad here, so he's used up about 3, and I believe he's on cooldown now, but Nashington has recaptured that one spike, and the Corruptors are coming in now. Does he have any charge? Oh my god! Oh, those Corruptors took a massive amount of damage. That Assimilator does not get killed. Oh, that's not good at all. Takes it back now, and he's got, yeah, he takes both the Corruptors. But these guys, just so intense, these guys just hitting each other with the mind control. I believe that Corruptor will be destroyed. No, not quite. He actually takes it back. So, Disintegrator Squads, Corruptors, and Cultists. Have you ever seen this kind of craziness? I believe that Nashington, I mean, I think his Cultist micro is just better than Masterleaf's, but now he's on the defensive in this game where he was on the offensive in the last game, and they're going to be trading hands. This is the craziest Grand Final series so far that I have seen. These players, they know exactly what is powerful against the other one. And the Corruptor's now coming in. That Corruptor will probably die. He does take it back, but he accidentally kills it. So, oh my god. Oh, Leaf. Oh, he took a massive hit there. And that massive hit. These things are like flame tanks versus infantry. They just do so much damage. And he will be recapturing that one now. But I believe, yeah, Nashington's just going to take it back. And he should be fine. He's actually going to run forward, recaptures it now, and that Cultist squad is not, yes, it is charged up. Oh, Leaf takes more damage here as well. There's actually another battle happening up here. Looks like Disintegrator squad's fighting Corruptors, and yeah, the Corruptors now for Leaf will just be able to destroy these. Stutter stepping as well, I'm not sure why, but he will kill them all. No worries. That counterattack is shut down, unfortunately, for Nashington. Now, Nashington is working on his economy this time. He does have his eco down there, bringing more Cultists. I guess he was worried about enemy Cultists down here. Maybe something happened, I didn't notice it, but it is, oh, actually, no, he hasn't recaptured that, so I mean, if Nashington can at least level the spikes, there's obviously a Buzzer Swarm down here. He's obviously trying to capture that and try to destroy any assimilators. Now, Leaf does have double ref, but note it's only 2 harvesters here, which means it's not a full-blown economy. It's just a very small economy. He's going to actually transition harvest. He's only got 1 ref here. He's only had 1 ref on this field, and Nashington needs to recapture that now. He needs to recapture that spike, so at least the spikes are at 2 apiece, and that evens things out just a little bit for him. Corruptors now moving through the middle of the map. These old Cultists, Nashington, that is a rare mistake we've seen from Nashington. We haven't seen him get hit pretty big by Cultists or by Corruptors in any of these games just yet, but he did take a pretty big hit that time. What's happening over here? Disintegrator squad's rushing in, but it's only actually 2 members in that squad, so it's not going to be too damaging. The Gunwalker comes down here. Leaf will recapture that spike. He now holds 4 spike. Buzzer Swarm support power comes in, and Leaf was not paying attention, and he will lose almost all of these Corruptors, all of these Cultists here. And will he actually be able to kill that squad? Maybe. He's trying to chase it down. The Cultists are actually faster, but yeah, he actually kills that off now. And we got Cultists down here as well. The Corruptors will be responding. The Cultists don't really want to waste their shots on Disintegrator squads. It's pretty worthless. You got to remember these Cultists are $1,000 each. They don't want to capture a $300 unit. But he's actually approaching this base here now. Nashington does not have a lot. He's got the Cultists on the other side though, and he will be taking these. He gets a shot off. He's actually going to go for harvesters. If Nashington can't hold these Corruptors, he will lose harvesters. And look at all the Cultists here. Oh my god, Masterleaf has so many Cultists right now. He has so many Cultists. Oh no, Nashington runs right into the gauntlet. All of those Cultists goes down. I think that might have been game right there. So many dead Cultists. Oh man, he was doing so well as well on the defensive, but he's got a few backups here as well. He's got 4 more squads, and he's going to lose harvesters. If he can't get rid of these Corruptors or these Cultists, harvesters will be captured, and Leaf will just take them away, and he'll never see them again. And that's going to be economy for him. And yeah, just taking these back and forward, and he does use the stasis field, or sorry, the temporal, or whatever you call it, on this force here. The Buzzer Hive's actually getting cleaned up, completely cleaned up by the Corruptors. And again, they haven't got much purpose here, and he's going to run in, and he should be able to take these harvesters, but no, Nashington is just holding. Oh, he's got a heroic Corruptor. He does steal it back, and a lot of Cultists get destroyed there by Masterleaf. Is it enough? Buzzer Hive comes down, and he's actually going to try to take out the Extractor. The Extractor taking a lot of damage here. There's a heroic. He needs to take the heroic one, not the other ones around it, and he is going to lose an Extractor, and now his forces are in here. He needs to take these Corruptors before he lost a big bunch of Cultists there, and Nashington is falling apart here. His Hexapod was obviously cancelled. He's not actually building it, and now these Corruptors are here. There's an elite, a veteran, and a heroic one. Oh, where's the heroic one? Yeah, this is a heroic one right there. Oh my god, the ranks on these Corruptors in these series, and I think Nashington has been broken. There's a battle marker over here, but it's just Disintegrators getting completely cleaned up, and oh my god, I'm not sure if he has a Mastermind or a Prodigy, but we haven't seen any in this series just yet. And Nashington now just falling apart. He does have economy down here, but the Cultists are being reserved strictly for Corruptor capture, because again, if you have the Corruptors, you basically have this field here. There's no point trying to take harvesters. Look at this, he can just destroy these structures and buildings. Oh, takes a bit of a swipe from that Corruptor there. That hurt him a little bit there. And he's going to have 2 heroics very shortly. That one veteran one just taking backwards and forwards here now, so Nashington he's refusing to die, but Masterleaf has full eco on the other side of the map. We now have 2 elite, 1 veteran, and 1 heroic Corruptor here now, and he's losing buildings. These things are like flame tanks. They're so heavily ranked up. He's got 2 heroic ones there. Oh my god. 2 heroic Corruptors. And, oh, this is just embarrassing now. And Leaf is actually coming through here. And, I mean, you got to hand it to Nashing. He's actually going to lose his drone platform. He did a great job. But this time around, he didn't have enough cultists. And I think he lost a few too many to some pretty serious hits as well. One of the cultists, or one of the Corruptors seems to have been destroyed. I'm not sure. There was 4 here before. I didn't even see it go down. I was so busy watching these cultists jump around. But Nashington is refusing to die here now. He doesn't have a drone ship, so he's probably going to be out of this game because he's got no production. He's got 3 squads, and yeah, that's the big sell-off there. And oh man, these games are so tight. It could have gone either way. Game 1, I think Nashington could have had that. He lost because he didn't get enough eco behind it. And that game there, I think he lost because he didn't have enough cultists. But he was doing a phenomenal job, and I still have to say that Nashing, I do believe, watching both these games, his cultist micro has been somewhat better. Leafs was better in that game, I think. I think he had so many coming in, and he really didn't take any too big hits. He took 1 or 2 really big hits with the Corruptors, but Nashington took a few more that probably weren't necessary, and the spikes, of course, helped out. So 73,000 to Nashington, 91,000 to Masterleaf, so the economy was pretty close that time, and only the gap appeared at the end of the game, not at the start. Nashington actually ahead for some of that as well, so very nice there. But oh man, this grand final series, I bet people thought when they came into this one, oh, Traveller v Traveller, they're not going to see anything special, but holy crap, this has been pretty intense. So we're going to move on to game number 3 now. Leaf has a 2-0 lead. Can he make it a 3-0, or can Nashington get on the board? He needs to, I think, stop the momentum right now, because it is an endurance series, but he needs to get on the board right now. He can't go 3-0 down. That's going to be pretty bad. But we're going to jump into game number 3 coming up right now. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Green Zero back here again with game number 3 of this grand final series for the Game Replays tournament. And Leaf is 2-0 up, but I can tell you right now, both those games could have gone either way. It's a really tight series despite Masterleaf's lead. I think Leaf will be pretty happy with the fact that he's got 2-0 up, but definitely shaken, I think. Nashington has decided to switch factions here, so he has gone for the mark of Kane. Probably for shadow teams, I think he might do a shadow opening. I haven't seen any of these games, of course, but we're going to jump in. We're on Tournament Airstrip. Of course, Nashington gets the choice of the map. If we jump over onto the left-hand side, we can see Masterleaf is sticking with Traveller 59. Wouldn't expect him to move from this faction in a grand final series. You want to play your strongest faction against Stephen Donald Nashington, who is a bit of a nod player. So the fact that he played Traveller twice and did it really well is very surprising. But look at this. He's actually got rocket squads coming out. Has he got something planned that we don't know about? He has an Awakened squad, a full Awakened squad coming out as well. I'm not sure what the rocket squad is for. He might have something special planned for this one here. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be doing. But is Leaf going to be fast legsing? He is going to be going for fast legs. Now, again, you got to be careful because shadow teams can totally counter this, but obviously not going for shadow teams selling off the barracks, of course. He does take his spike there. Masterleaf a little bit slower on his spike because I think he went for disintegrator squads first. Or maybe he's got another... Oh, he's actually got another assimilator, so he's going for the middle Tiberium spike. But yeah, it definitely will be interesting to see what Nashington's got planned for this one Militant Rocket Squad. And for this Awakened Squad, I believe, is he going for a Reckoner? It's the only thing I can think of, really. I mean, he doesn't have flame tanks because he's Mock. And I'm not sure if he's spotted this yet. Obviously not. Leaf is force firing the ground to bulk up his disintegrator squads. Not really that good against Shredder turrets, because if you bulk up against Shredder turrets, they splash the whole group of them down. So it's not what you want. He's going to come straight across here now. He's not going into Nashington's base. He's going to send one squad there, but I think he's primarily going just to kill the spike. And that one squad will come in here. He should get an EMP blast off just to slow Leaf down a little bit. He will do so. He gets a Harvester as well, so slows down harvesting there. And the disintegrator squad's now destroying the spike. But what are you doing, Nashington? There's the one squad over there, and there is a Reckoner out, and it does have Tiberium troopers in it. Oh, and he kills the whole squad. He kills the whole squad. Oh, man. This is going to be pretty intense. I'm not sure what Nashington has got planned. He's got a rocket squad and a tip trooper. Now, this is something that Masterleaf has spoken about, saying it's so OP when it's clearly not. It's just Leaf rambling again. But he does have this upgraded power plant, and he will actually be able to start destroying that. But a Shredder turret comes down. He should not really lose this. There's a buggy there as well, just to clean up. He might actually want to turn around and take a swing at these guys here. There's actually quite a few disintegrator squads still here. He might actually be able to get a harvest in mode. Another Shredder turret comes down. He's not going to worry about that. The Reckoner does make it to the enemy base. Now, Masterleaf only has one ref, and he is starting to fire this, but the War Factory can actually repair this. So the Tiberium troopers obviously will slow down harvesting. You can see there that this harvester is almost useless. It's going so slow. It's actually taking a lot of damage now, but these incinerator squads, these Seekers are trying to destroy or focus down the Reckoner. He has to move the Harvester, but it's moving so slowly. He may have underestimated this here, but I think he will just be okay. He's going to get away just, but again, that's a Harvester who's pulled off the line. But was it worth it for Nashington though? He needs to kill that squad, yeah, because he's got to bail out now. And a Hive comes down now, and it should be the end of this attack. Reckoner is down. Oh, he actually got the Harvester. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. He got the Harvester. Far out. Oh man, I did not even see that. I was just going to say, was that really worth it? But I guess he's got 3 Harvesters, 2 Ref. Nashington has the same. No, he's got 4 Harvesters as well. He's got 4 Harvesters, so he's actually ahead. He knows he's up for a counter-attack though, so he's going to straight for 2 rocket squads. There's only 3 Seeger tanks, 2 rocket squads. It's going to be more than enough to push this away, and he's going to be happy to expand. He's keeping the Shredder turret there because obviously he doesn't want Buzzer Swarm to come in or anything like that. Now, he doesn't actually have Buzzer Swarm. The buggy will confirm no nerve center, so he should be feeling pretty safe to sell that, the Shredder turret. Even a Scorpion tank comes out as well, so 2 Scorpion tanks. And Scorpions are basically better than their Seeger tank counterparts, only slightly, but that's what matters. And he wants to be moving forward. Yeah, he's just realised that he needs to get back. Nashington will be reaching his expansion. He pops it down, and there's the nerve center. So Nashington can see it as well. So he knows he's probably up for Buzzer Swarm, and there's the Buzzer Swarm as well. He gets one of the Seeger tanks, but to be honest, I think the Scorpion tanks can finish. All those Seegers both taking damage. They both splashed, and he will be able to finish those Seeger tanks off, not losing any units here. These Hives will just rush around. There's actually some squads over here, a full squad. I'm not sure where that came from, but he could just use them to kill off the remainder of these units. He's going for Blue Tiberium as well. That's his 5th Harvester. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got 4 here, so his 5th Harvester's going straight for the Blue Tiberium field. Is Leaf doing the same? No, he's not actually traveling there. But he does have 3, 4, 5 here. 6 Harvester is transitioning to the expansion, but he doesn't have a ref down. This ref is going to be placed very far away as well, because Leaf obviously went for the nerve center. He should have placed the nerve center down here, but now there's a big gap. There's a big gap between this field, and if he wants to crawl there, he's going to be very vulnerable to Catalyst if the next building is a ref as well. So we're going to have to see how that goes. Battle marker over here, it's just going to be not disintegrator squads, it's going to be buzzers, just scouting things out, but the turrets should be able to finish these guys off. Nashington doing a very nice job of this game. He has a refinery down as well. That's very good. He's got another barracks there. It's probably just to protect him against anything that just jumps in here. And again, remember that Awakened squads are better than even Cabals against Disintegrator squads, unless they got the Flame upgrade, because the damage output on the Awakened's even better. This Scorpion tank, or these 2 Scorpion tanks, will find this force here, and I don't even think they're going to try to run. I think he's just going to try to focus it down, but both those Scorp tanks getting pretty much chucked away. To do some damage to that Seeker tank. Battle marker over here. He will spot the Harvester. He doesn't get a lot of Tiberium. Leaf gets a full load of Tiberium, so I'm not sure if that was his first trip or his second trip, but this Seeker tank will be coming in. Will he get a bike? He does get a bike, which is very nice. It's as much as he could have hoped for, but Nashington is trying to get some bike buggy out here just to pressure Leaf. There's an attack squad up here, and there's an attack squad down. There's going to be a dual attack here. Double attack we have. Oh, we got fast leg Tiberium troopers. Oh, take that, Leaf. Take that. Fast leg Tiberium troopers. Eat it. And this Harvester now, its Harvester drives away from the protection of the base, and he will be destroyed. Disintegrator squad's here now getting chewed up on Shredder turrets, so he defended that out very well, and he even kills the rest of these forces, actually slowing down the Seeker tank as well, but it will actually be able to get away now. A 3rd squad now coming in, but it's just Seekers and Disintegrators. He's got these little hit squads, doesn't he? And he's actually going for Tiberium Infusion, so there you go. He wants to get the Tiberium Infusion upgrade because he's already got fast legs, or cybernetic legs, and now Nashington is going to be able to defend this out very well, but I really think he needs to do some damage to Leaf. Leaf actually moved his drone ship so he could place this down. So his economy is pretty far, it's not far behind, but I'm just saying it would have been slowed down, especially in his tech department. He has no tech center yet. He may be working on it though, but Nashington's got good defenses here. He's got a little bit of bite buggy. He's got another Harvester coming out, so he's not multi-harvesting, and he's not going for a tech center. He has tier 2, and he has Tiberium Infusion now as well. So that's going to be good. Mock Infantry is generally speaking the worst type of infantry because they don't get the Cabal upgrade, and or the Confessor upgrade. Their Tib Troopers are pretty good though, like you don't really see them built that much, but in this situation they're coming in handy. Their Awakened are very expensive, but they have Emp Blast, and they're better than Confessors, but they're harder to get. A Force will come in here now, but unfortunately there's Tiberium Troopers. They're just going to run straight for the Harvesters. That is not going to work at all. There's a Stealth Tower here, but the Seeger Tanks will negate that, and the Disintegrator squads completely get cleaned there. They really had no opportunity. Emp Blast comes down, doesn't even hit the refinery, and of course with them Emp, he can't actually reveal stealth, and the remainder of these forces will go down now, so that Seeker tank not able to continue blocking that that he wanted to do. Leaf, of course, does have a 3rd spike. I just noticed that one there, so he's had that since the start of the game. Buzzer Swarm comes in here. It's going to be Gunwalkers and Seeker Tanks for him. He's probably got a Tech Center. Yeah, he does have a Tech Center down. Did I see a Prodigy? No, I didn't see one. And he does phase these units, but of course the Tiberium Troopers can actually just slow them down. There's actually not a lot of forces here. These Tiberium Troopers are... Oh, nice Amp. Check out that Amp. Is that a second MCV? It is a second MCV. He does have a Tech Center. He needs something to defend himself. There's Mechapeds coming in here now. Oh, there's a lot of Mechapeds actually. There's 4 of them coming in, and these rocket squads are now being destroyed. But Nashington really has no comprehensive force here to defend this. If he had his stealth, he'd be fine. But there's actually a lot of Seeker Tanks rolling through here, and the Harvesters are now being forced off the line. There is not enough money for base defenses. He's trying to build, I don't know if that's Obelisk or what. Big sell-off coming down here. Harvesters getting ripped up. Nashington has no answer for this. He did have some forces up here trying to destroy that. Leaf sells off most of it, but his base is under siege now. More Harvesters now being destroyed. He needs to put down his first wave of defenses, but he still doesn't have them. He just doesn't have the money for it. Sells the Stealth Tower because it's pretty useless right now. I'm not even sure why he got one. I guess he gets just because he had a shrine. First Obelisk comes down. Almost all the Harvesters are gone. Mecha will go down. He should be able to get a second Mecha before they can respond. He will get... Oh no, he gets actually a Seeker Tank there. Another Obelisk comes down now as well. These Harvesters, these 3 Harvesters trying to fight for their lives here. And they will actually get through this. Even this 4th Harvester will escape. But Leaf is just going to move away from this area. These 2 power plants extremely vulnerable. He needs those 2. Otherwise, he is going to lose his power grid. And I think he identifies that now. He's trying to rebuild them, but they will go down momentarily. Second one goes down, and there you go. Double pops the power plants now, but Leaf has crippled him. He's just crippled him. He has 4 Harvesters left, but Leaf has total map control. He just got his charged particle upgrade, which is obviously going to help him out. But, oh no, there's Devastator warships. Oh, how's he going to do anything about that? The Tech Center is under siege, and look how much damage they do. You only need 1 or 2 of these things, and they just do so much damage. Tech Center is down. He's got no Tier 2, which means there's no AA, and Leaf will be able to close the door here. I think Nashington just... Oh, he started so well, but I think going for infantry was probably not the best idea. Tib Troopers is fine, but I guess he was expecting there to be a lot more infantry than there actually was. It's the first time we've seen Mechapeds make an appearance and Devastator warships, so we got a tech game this time around. But of course, it was not a Traveler Mirror, and trying to put out a lot of what do you call it, hand of nods. But it is not going to happen, unfortunately. And Nashington, oh man, he's going to be at a 3-0 deficit here. That is going to be one of the best comebacks of all time if he tries to get back into this series here. I mean, anything can happen, but there's the sell-off, and Leaf will actually shut that game down. And it looked promising again for Nashington, but unfortunately you're not able to go toe-to-toe with Leaf's late game here. Traveler 59, if they have the tools and the money, their units in the late game are very, very versatile and very powerful. So you got to watch out for that. We can see the resources there. That's where that attack happened, and yeah, Nashington lost all his economy. Didn't have enough economy despite Leaf's having to move his drone ship several times. That's unfortunate. Iffy start, but yeah, could have done something with it, but unfortunately Nashington not able to do so. Maybe not going for the dual MCV. That was probably a bad idea. But yeah, 10 minutes, 22 seconds. So these games have been around the 10 to 15 minute mark, so they definitely got some, or an average length on them, I'd probably say. Yeah, 72,000 or 73,000, 103,000. So got 30 grand more than him. Most of that was after that attack though. But yeah, Leaf is now 3-0 up, and he's 1 game away from taking the series and the tournament. Can Nashington bring anything back? Can he do anything about this in this series? Well, stay tuned now. We got game number 4 coming up right now. Hey guys, it's Green Zero back here with game number 4 in this series between Masterleaf and Nashington. The game replays grand final series, best of 7, and Nashington is against the wall. He's 0-3 down. He has to win this game and the next 4 games. Sorry, the next 3 games technically. So this game and the next 3 games. But he's switched his faction again. He's going for Nod. Leaf, of course, is playing as Traveler 59. I do think Nashington has played very well in this series, but unfortunately not able to take the first 2 games. The third game got out of control a little bit for him. But Masterleaf is definitely playing like the brutal Leaf we'd expect with this Traveler 59. Nashington is starting up here, staying as the orange color. He will be Vanilla Nod this time, and he'll be going, that looks like a shrine actually, that's building too fast to be a refinery, so we could see shadow teams out now. Leaf, on the other hand, is going straight for a refinery. He must have obviously read this, and I do it sometimes as well. You can read people like a book. He picked Dust Bowl, contested spikes, well, somewhat contested with the walls here on Smash Dust Bowl, but I think he just figured it out. And are there shadow teams? Where are they? There they are. So yeah, you can see he picked Nord, he picked contested spike maps. He's like, you know, I probably reckon he's gonna go shadow teams. So he probably, that's a really good call from Leaf, and you can see the thought process behind it, figuring that one out there. So that's not going to be too good for Nation because he's basically built these shadow teams for nothing now. Yeah, they're going to be great if they survive, especially into the later or mid game, because they can continually bomb power plants, they can clean up disintegrator squads, you know, they're going to have a lot of utility, but it's just going to put him behind a little bit here. A Seeker Tank will come out, so look at this, he's actually even read this like a book. So he's actually going to send the Seeker Tank right down the gut, so he's obviously concerned about maybe getting flame rushed or bike rushed, because he's got to consider that as well. Maybe he picked it so he wouldn't get flame rushed, or so he could flame rush, but straight away he sees the shadow teams and he knows there's no flame tanks coming. He knows there is no bikes coming. This harvester is actually going to go for blue Tiberium. Is that just a miss rally? I'm not 100% sure, but a buzzer hive does come down. He forces out the hive and he will actually just be moving away, and this apparently this harvester is going for blue Tiberium, so there you go. It's actually going past them. Oh man, Leaf has just sliced a bit of cake there for us, because that harvester is on a rally and he's realized it now. He might as well pick up blue Tib while he's there. I mean, he's going back to the main field. No, you're already there, Leaf. Oh my god. I guess he feels he doesn't need it, so he's like, oh, I don't need blue Tib. I got fresh green Tib over here, fresh produce. Look at that, he's going to go start eating that up. So obviously Nashinin was able to easily secure the spikes. He has a lot of scouts out. He's got both these buildings. He doesn't need both of those. He could move this scout. He's actually got that building as well. He could move this scout over to the edge of the map to keep eyes on, and this scout could move a little bit further wide because disintegrated squads could sneak up either side of the map here. But again, Nation's got great field of vision. I'm not sure where the shadow teams are. They're actually over here, so one of them has been picked apart pretty heavily. He should be able to get this power plant, and he will do so. He will get that one. He snipes down the buzzer hive, and there is another buzzer hive queued. Nation, you need to get on the... Yeah, he needs to move here, because otherwise he's going to get hit by another hive, and he doesn't want that to happen. Again, shadow teams, I believe, do sniper damage, so they're going to be pretty useless against the Seeker Tank. Not really going to be able to do anything. Another Seeker Tank moving down the guts now, just to see what Nation is doing, but there's going to be a flame tank out or something. A bike will be destroyed. Where is the flame tank? Where is it? He doesn't know there's an operation center there. Well, actually, we're going to check. I have to check. Masterleaf doesn't know there's an operation center there. Oh, something is here. Oh, that Seeker Tank is still alive. He kills it. Oh, he still doesn't spot it. He does not spot it. He's going to spot it now. Oh, he puts down a lightning spike, so he's going to see this now. Nashinin has a flame tank. I don't know where it is. I do not know where it is, but there's definitely one here. He's got one flame unit here. Maybe he was going for a Reckoner, because there's actually another Black Hand squad there. And Leaf, obviously realizing this, is pulling back now. He's panicking. He's like, where is it? Where is the flame tank? I don't think there's a flame tank. Okay. Too much talk about this flame tank here. We're going to have a look. I think it was for a Reckoner. Oh, he's got no power, so I can't see his freaking vision. No, there doesn't appear to be anything on the map out of the ordinary shadow teams. No, he looks like it was for a Reckoner, and he is going to be moving out to the right-hand side here. Does Leaf know it's there? Leaf can probably figure it out it's there, because he's got a little bit of vision up here. He's going to spot it going backwards. But again, he could even stealth that if he wants to. But I obviously cleaned that spike up. He's only got... Oh, no, he's got 3 harvesters. No, that's fine, that's fine. I was going to say he's only got a couple of harvesters. But these units move down here now. Leaf has 5 and 2, which is a big problem right now. And look at that. He's going to go for a Cultist squad as well. And that's going to completely negate the Reckoner rush. The Reckoner needs to make a move. There's a shadow team there actually causing a lot of problems. And he won't be moving away. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a Cultist squad. And it's going to mean that Reckoner is not going to be too useful at all. And there we go. It just comes out. So he's obviously trying to destroy the portal to slow that down. I'm not sure where the Reckoner is, but it's definitely out there somewhere. It's on the left-hand side here. Leaf has no idea where it is or it's there. But no doubt these cultists are just going to chill at home. And they're just going to like, well, we're just going to wait for this Reckoner to rock up, and then we'll just capture it. Leaf doesn't actually have an expansion, though. So he's 5 and 2, has tier 1.5 and tier 2. So he's in a good position. Nashington needs to get more economy up, because he's right now missing his economy. He's actually going for a shrine. I'm not sure what the idea behind the shrine is right now, but obviously has something in mind. The Reckoner will come in now, and he will actually just de-garrison one of these squads and then just flame that down. Okay, so he's just going to de-garrison these squads. I guess so the Cultists can't do too much damage against it, but rockets and Scorpion tanks now firing at these units here. Those Seeker tanks will die. What's happening up there? Infantry moving down the side of the map. The Reckoner does get taken. The Black Hand did get out, but now they're just getting crushed. So Leaf is actually going to have a Reckoner at his disposal now. So these units here moving down the side of the map, they will have both their upgrades. So I guess he's trying to do some kind of attack with these guys. And that's a really interesting move there by Nash, and trying something obviously a lot different here, just to catch Leaf off guard. He does have another refinery down. He could sell the shrine. Oh, he's probably going to sell the shrine off momentarily, and then go for another war factory because he needs one. Because yeah, he doesn't have any production right now except for his build queue. This infantry force has managed to move completely undetected down the left-hand side. He's probably going to be a little bit disappointed. He's actually going to find no units there, but Leaf will know that there's infantry upgrades done here. So infantry and beam cannons could be a problem. Those units there will get destroyed, and he will come in. Does he get the harvester? No, not quite. There's a hive down here now, and the swarm does come out. Can he actually kill it? He does do a split. The militant squad needs to kill these guys pretty quickly, and it's doing too much damage. The swarm ability doing too much damage there. He will be able to finish these off, I believe. There's one squad. Yeah, he does get them all, and these incinerator squads will be able to clean up, but that attack did not do enough damage. He didn't get the harvester. He forced Leaf to expend a little bit of forces there, but I think it was a pretty even trade, and Nashington was not looking for an even trade. Oh my god, he's got a Reckoner deployed, and it has disintegrator squads in it, and he does silo block, which is very nice. He could even put a barracks down there, unless he's building something else. He does have double ref and a war factory here, so Nashington doing a good job recovering here, but yeah, that he hasn't realized that that silo is blocking him. He's obviously looking elsewhere right now. And the Coldest squad back at home. There's nothing much happening at home. There's units pouring across the map for him. And yeah, he's trying to block that out as well. Disintegrator squad's now refiring at these units here. And he's trying to get rid of the Seeker tank, because the Seeker tank can obviously detect that there's harvesters here. And the Disintegrator squad's actually going to just destroy the harvesters. So that silo not placed in the best position ever. He will save that harvester though, so he saves it, but for how long? It's going to be pretty tight. It is going to be pretty tight indeed. These silos now are probably going to be destroyed. Leaf is moving in here now. He still has the Coldest squad. There's gunwalkers here as well, so the infantry aren't going to be enjoying seeing those. But the Reckoner is still alive. It is de-garrisoned though, so he's like, hey, there's nothing much left I can do with that. It does just go down as well. There's Coldest squads here. Not sure what that was. A lot of shaking of the screen there, but I was going to say, is that Tig Vane? It's a bit early for that. But Nashington now has to do something about these Coldest squads, not these Coldest squads, these gunwalkers. If he kills the gunwalkers, he'll be fine, because Coldest squads taking infantry isn't really that great at all, and he's got some more defenses over here. These gunwalkers will get worn down though, slowly get worn down in this fight. Nashington has no counter harassment, which means Leaf is ballooning over here, and Leaf could be moving into a position where he's going to be able to win this game. This Coldest squad does actually run straight into the militants, but the militants get called away. It looks like a Q move of some sort there from Nashington, maybe just panicking, which means he's not going to be able to kill that squad. He fires at this squad here. But yeah, infantry versus Coldest. The Coldest can pretty much kite that all day. But again, taking infantry is not really the greatest thing either for these Coldest squads. They probably want a bit juicier target like this Harvester, which is now starting to dock. Leaf is going to see that straight away, and he grabs it before it can re-stealth. Look at that, he tried to move it at the last moment. Not going to happen. He's actually going to throw it at these infantry forces here. So he's going to throw this Harvester at them, force the destroy. We got more Shredder turrets coming down now as well. These Gunwalkers are still alive. He needs to clean these up. He needs to focus them. He's got a general attack move here now, and he should be able to kill all of them now. The Colts are coming in. There's buggies here though, and the buggies can outrun them, and they have used up their mind control ability, which means the buggies, if they're microed correctly, should be able to destroy all of them. And he's got a lightning spike coming down there as well. And yeah, he's actually got even more. Oh my god, and Nashington realizes, yeah, I'm just going to lose now buggies to that force there, but his main field has been pretty trashed. There's a lot of Tiberium there, and there's no harvesting going on. He has got good economy over here though. He has got that. But that's basically all he has. He has no counter harassment. He's got no flame tanks. He has nothing that he can use to put pressure on Leaf. And now he's going for just basic armored forces. I think he needs to go force either some flame tanks, or he needs to get some bike buggy out, because Leaf now, we're going to see a prodigy for sure, because there is a signal transmitter down, which means he's just going to MCV Conyard cap like he likes to do a lot. But the refinery does actually fall, which is a problem, because Nashington would have loved to have kept that there, I think. What was that? Squad actually getting destroyed there, and Leaf is going to be able to see this expansion here. Now it's double war factory, which is okay. Shadow teams actually do get called back in. Maybe some counter harassment here. A few rocket squads move in from the left hand side. We got battle marker. I didn't even see this force here just creep up on him. The buggies now move through, and they should be able to shred a lot of the Coldest squads. They are focusing them down, and he's like, yep, Leaf, I'm going to shut these down right now. And Leaf, I think, overstepped his mark. I don't think he realized there was so many of these guys here. And they even try to get rid of this garrisonable there. That was a good move from Leaf to get into the garrisonable, but he only holds a Raider buggy here right now. And the MCV does take a fair chunk of damage, but he does actually hold this attack. But Leaf, as you can see, has an expansion, double ref, planetary assault carriers are coming out. So he actually built the signal transmitter to get planetary assault carriers out, but he really needs to get more than one gravity stabilizer if he wants to do that, because if he masses up to like 6 to 8 of those planetary assault carriers, they're going to become pretty unstoppable. And then of course he's probably just going to balloon it up to like a dozen, and then he can just pretty much A move and they'll just wipe everything, because once you get to critical mass of planetary, I mean, they're not really that good in 1v1, but if you can get critical mass, they can basically become totally overpowered, and you know, it'll be almost impossible for Nashington to stop something like that. So he's got 2 more gravity stabilizers, so he's like, yep, cool. I'm going to do this. He's going for Traveler Engines by the looks of it. The Shadow Team does get killed, so the Planetary Assault Carriers do reveal Stealth, remember, and he's going to see, obviously, there is a Planetary Assault Carrier, so he's going to be like, well, there's no reason for Leaf to build just 1 or 2 of these. He's going to try to spam them, and Leaf, he's got time. He has got the time to just spam them, and that's why he's doing it. It's like, hey, I've got plenty of time. If I spam these out, I can just pretty much siege and win the game. And Nashington he's got obviously time to do something about this, but how much time is the question. There is going to be a counterattack. Dozer Blaze is done. Buggies and Scorpion Tanks, a good combination, but versus late game Traveler, nowhere near as good. That one Flame Tank is going to move in, but it's going to be destroyed by the Planetary Assault Carriers. They will be able to clean that up. One Planetary Assault Carrier over here will be starting to attack the Buggies and these units over here. Flame Tank actually gets pretty far before it gets taken out, but it will be taken out nonetheless. And of course, Traveler Engine's going to help Leaf defend his base now. I think Nashington is doing this to keep the Planetary Assault Carriers at his base, but some of them are splitting off and actually going straight for Nashington's base, which is not what he wanted to see. He wanted them to stay at his base, but he's going to be heading down here now, and it's going to be infantry. Oh, teleports in with the Prodigy. He does pack up his MCV, but of course, Leaf is probably just going to sell it. He doesn't have the DPS now, and he does. He unpacks and sells, and that is a crippling blow. The Prodigy is probably going to get away. The Militants just don't have the damage to kill that thing, and here come the Planetary Assault Carriers. They immediately destroy the portal, or the barracks, sorry. The remainder of these units will move through the base here, getting shot up by Planetary Assault Carriers though. They're getting completely destroyed, and these Planetary Assault Carriers have leveled this base, although there wasn't really much there to begin with, and they will probably pack up their ships and go now. Well, there we do have the asteroid coming in. It's probably just for Leaf to get more Tiberium, but it doesn't really hit the enemy forces, so it does a little bit of damage, but of course it's going to slow these guys down, and the Planetary Assault Carrier here will be able to clean up the remainder of these forces. Disintegrator squads in there as well, moving very slowly so they can't actually catch them. A few rocket squads coming in, a few Scorpion Tanks coming in. Planetary Assault Carriers now just cleaning up the remainder of this base. You can see once you get a bunch of them, they do a lot of damage. And these base defenses really had no chance at all. He's going to be moving forward here now, and there is an MCV that did come back out. There's almost no forces here for Nashington, and I think Stephen Dollar Nashington, that is going to be the end of it. That is going to be the battle cry for Leaf. He has obviously taken most of the blue tip. I believe that was him, unless Nashington did manage to swipe it. But the remainder of these forces will be going down. Buzzer Swarm comes in. He's trying to use the laser field, but as you can see, this MCV now taking a lot of damage. It is going down very, very quickly. It's even got a laser field on it. And yeah, the thing is with Nod AA turrets, they target each individual ship and they overkill it like crazy. Big sell-off, and Masterleaf is going to 4-0 Nashington in this series. So, no bike rush in this time. Probably should have mentioned that at the start. So that means Masterleaf just moved through, and unfortunately with the lack of pros now attending these tournaments, due to ban measures and things like that, there's not a lot of competition left in this one here. So Leaf does take a nice victory there. And you can see the game just completely got away from Nashington. He went for a lot of units, and he really needed to do damage with them, and he just didn't do damage, so he just kept putting him further and further behind. But he had to try something new, and unfortunately it didn't work out there. So Masterleaf will be taking game 4, so 4-0 to Masterleaf. He will win the tournament. Congratulations to Masterleaf there, and I do believe he went through every round and just crushed every opponent he faced. He only dropped one game, I believe, versus Blackheart. A crazy game with Beam and Flames, and I think Masterleaf, after speaking with him after I watched that game on Sparty's stream, he just said, yeah, cool, he thought he'd won, and then all of a sudden he started to panic after he couldn't actually kill Blackheart, and then Blackheart just won the game, so that was pretty crazy there. So, but yeah, go check out the replays. They're all on Game Replays. They're all going to put some links in the description. But anyway, that's your grand final series. Congratulations to Leaf. Congratulations to Nashington for finishing second. I do believe that's the second tournament in a row Nashington has finished second. They finished second in the Command League Stage 1. By the way, Stage 2 of Command League sign-ups are open. You can join this even if you haven't played in the first one. It's just a totally free sign-up tournament. If you play in tournaments, you get points. You don't have to play in every tournament, but sign up for it at kaneswrathonline.com. Anyway, I'm Green Zero, and I'll see you all at Command League. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you all next time.